So y'all, I'm sitting in my car waiting on my husband to call me because the lawnmower keeps cutting off and I keep having to jump him. And I'm trying to get this story done. So I'm going to do this as fast as I possibly can before he interrupts and calls me again to jump start the zero turn lawnmower. So a lot of people I'm noticing are struggling, and not just people who make minimum wage, middle class people and well off people. Some of them are starting to struggle. And the reason I say this is because the area that I live in, the community is above a certain level. I'm not above a certain level. We just happen to find a home at a reasonable rate, or surrounded by other people who have homes, some that cost millions of dollars because they sit on water. Now, I just seriously watched my neighbor's car get repoed. And this was not their first repo this year. My husband said he saw them get a different vehicle repoed just a month or so ago. So it's not about living beyond your means for some people. This has been how I've been living, but the cost of everything has gone up so drastically. People are going to have to downsize a lot of things. This is why I wanted to downsize a lot of things. And we are not immune, meaning we, the people, myself, my husband, we are not immune to having things repoed in the past, because that has happened to us in times were hard. But people that you think are not struggling are really struggling. Now, in all honesty, you guys, I had to stop what I was doing so that he's now jump starting the lawnmower. Eventually we're gonna get this grass cut. But back to what I was saying, it's very serious out here for a lot of people. I know that we struggle with a lot of things, especially with the lack of loads out there, because my husband is a truck driver, and I'm noticing YouTube also does not push videos as much, and that lessens how much I get paid also. And then when they did pay us the last time, they did not pay us on time. They actually paid us a day late. Mind you, they say between the 21st and whatever, but it's always been, the 21st. But not YouTube, but Google AdSense, I guess, I don't know what was going on, but no one really got their checks on the 21st. So a lot of companies are struggling right now. So you can see I'm actually parked over here in front of my garden while he is on the lawnmower in case it cuts off again. I don't know where all of this is headed to as far as how much worse can it get, but it does not seem to be looking good at all right now, and the turnaround is not expected anytime soon for it to look better. So y'all, I had to come in the house to get me something to drink. For one, I've been outside all day, so I'm drinking like some water with some little flavor in it. And I clicked on the news, which I have not done in a while because I don't understand it. What I'm about to show you shows you how not in touch a lot of people are, and they could see that they're paying more for food and paying more for all this other stuff, and still the words that come out of their mouth is such a big disconnect, and it's sad to see.
Now the Federal Reserve says it will not change interest rates, at least not yet. The numbers that are out there are really strong for the economy, and yet Jerome Powell is saying, I'm not going to cut these rates.
The overall economy, you talked about a low unemployment rate for a very, very long time, and the fact that inflation just really isn't right exactly where progress on inflation, but not really where they want it. And also the Fed actually now is penciling in just one rate cut for.
Talk about why do people think the economy is so bad? Why are people so angry about the economy when all of the data that we have shows that the economy is doing so well? I mean, the wage growth, the unemployment numbers, consumer reports show that people are buying. But when you look at what we just showed on the screen, the inflation report, shelter is still really high. Groceries are still really high. The things that you can't get away from.
And wages now have been rising faster than inflation for a little over a year, and that takes time. You want to see wage growth higher than inflation. That means that...
So you want people to get used to the prices where they were at and understand that's just the way things are.
You want your paycheck to go farther than inflation is eating it up. And we're at that point now. I do think the inflation scars were really deep. I think that 9% inflation a couple of years ago, but essentially, I remember my grocery bill used to be $130. It's now $215, and that just ticks me off every time it happens.
Mine is $300. I'm serious.
I know. I'm just
shop in New York City. It's insane.
I think this summer, though, it's going to be the summer of value. I think you're going to start to see. You've seen a lot of these retailers cutting prices. In that CPI report, apparel prices are down. There's some other categories that are starting to fall, where retailers are realizing, uh-oh, we went too far.
Okay, apparel prices are going down. Next time I'm hungry, I'll just take a shirt, fry it up, put some salt and pepper on it and eat it. I'm sorry, ma'am. Food prices are not going down. This is the major concern. You're sitting here saying how much your bill has gone up, and you're making a lot of money. Imagine the people who aren't making what you're making and how they're trying to make ends meet to put food on the table for their children. I saw someone post on Facebook, a girl that used to work for me when I owned a child care center, and she said, because she got her degree and now she's working in I don't know, psychology, social work, somewhere. And so she was like, finally made it, I'm not poor anymore. And then all of a sudden I'm poor again, because with the cost of things, no matter how much more money you are making, it's almost like you're not making that money. Okay, people are working double, extra, and triple time just to get extra pay. And we struggle with things here. We struggle sometimes to pay bills with the fact that those loads aren't there, and the loads that are there for my husband to get don't pay as much, so he's having to drive even further and stay gone even longer sometimes in order for us to try to stretch and make ends meet. I'm trying to be transparent with you guys, and not just come on here and say you need to do this, that, and the third, and I'm not trying to do these things myself, because I truly am. And this is why I be like begging half the time, like, please hit the like button, because that truly does help my family. But I'm going to give you some of these stores that are closing. Some of these stores are closing all of their locations, not leaving one open. Some are leaving stores open. Some you've heard of, some you may not have heard of. So let's get to it. Family Dollar is closing 620 stores, but they've already closed 2 just recently in Illinois. So 618 stores are still left to be closed from Family Dollar, Dollar Tree. Rue 21 is closing all 543 of their locations. 99-cent stores closing 371, all of their locations. CVS is closing 315 of their locations. 7-Eleven is closing 272 of their locations. Rite Aid is closing 155 of their locations. Walgreens is closing 77 of their locations. Now, speaking of Walgreens, I'm going to insert in here a screenshot I took where they sent me their hours, because I think I told y'all in a previous video that I tried to get my daughter's prescription on a Saturday when I took her to the doctor, and then I went to the Walgreens and they weren't open. And so on the phone, it says that they are open on Saturdays, but when they sent me the text message, this is what it looked like, and they are not open on Saturdays. They're only open 3 days a week by what they sent me. A pharmacy only open 3 days a week. This is how bad it has become. The shortage of pharmacists, the shortage of medication, all of these things are affecting a lot of people. The Express store is closing 105 of their locations. Macy's is closing 51 of their locations. The Body Shop is closing 51 of their locations. Sam Ash Music store is closing 42 of their locations. Sleep Number Mattress is closing 40 of their locations. Burlington is closing 239 locations. Foot Locker is closing 36 locations. Carter's, I guess that's the baby clothing thing, they're closing 30 of their locations. Big Lots is closing 13 of their locations. Ashley Furniture is closing 13 of their locations. We have Dollar General closing 12 of their locations, and Best Buy is closing 9 of their locations. Now that's what I have. That doesn't mean it's not more stores closing, because we know that Target has closed 9 stores in the past year or two, and we know that Walmart is continuing to close stores. I think they're at store number 6 or 7 now that they've closed just this year. But in a year or so ago, they was closing 154 of their locations. Well, guess what? They're still doing those things. So people are losing their jobs. People are struggling to make ends meet. People are living in their cars. People are living on the street. They're losing their homes. They cannot pay their mortgage. They cannot pay the bills they need to pay. And something has got to give. They have got to help us some kind of way, the same way they are helping other people. Y'all can let me know down in the comments. I just wanted to come with some news that hopefully you can use to encourage you to not give up, because you're not the only one going through what you're going through. Whatever it is you're going through, whether it's in your personal life, your financial life, whatever, you're not the only one dealing with stuff. And money causes stress on your marriage. Trust and believe. Arguments do happen. Okay, so I will see you guys in the next video. Y'all take care, stay safe. I love you, but God loves you more. He created only one you. Be the best you that you can be, and when you are, go out and spread God's love first. And I'm gonna say this because I say this for myself, to remind myself, first you got to love yourself, so that you know how to give love and receive love in return. And y'all, if you have not subscribed to the channel, come on, I would love for you to join. I would love for my numbers to just go out the roof with subscribers, family members that I call cousins. Hit the like, share, comment down below, and I'll call you.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, down with my own doubts. Be free with me. Be free. Be free with me. Be free. Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for.